Good morning, guys. More Street Fighter V news today, so let's get right to it. So on Capcom Unity, they posted another Street Fighter V development update. This is Volume 2, and this will be included with the patch coming sometime next week with Story Mode, Ibuki, and the stages. So the big thing is matchmaking preference issues have been resolved. This is actually a pretty big one that I'm pretty excited about. So this is basically the setting where you specify your preferences such as connection quality, region, ranking. So your connection quality, you can choose between 1, 2. I usually choose 4 to 5, but they're making it so that it's actually giving you those kind of connections. So when I'm playing online, I search 4 to 5. I get 2, 3 bar connections all the time, man. Like all the time when I'm playing ranked on my stream. Also, they're making sure that your regions are closer, which is nice because in my personal experience, I live in Canada, but I play people like all over the world, man. No matter what my preferences are. So sometimes I get screwed over because of that. That region and connection quality, they kind of go hand in hand, And then also ranking. This is a huge one for me. Like right now I'm sitting around I think 7,000 LP, and I just played like 6, 7 silver players in a row, man. And it's really frustrating because, and especially for the silver players as well, because they're trying to learn too, and then they're playing with super high ranked players, and high ranked players don't want to play with super low ranked players because every now and then, like me, with my luck, I run into a silver Mika player and then I lose 150 points. So I'm really happy that Capcom is fixing this because with my personal experience it's actually pretty bad lately. Also improved matchmaking speed. So in the blog it says, in some cases players' league points weren't synchronizing across all servers, which resulted in longer than expected wait times to find a match. With this fix, users should start seeing matches at a more rapid pace than before. This is awesome because lately, and it's not because the game is dying, but it just takes a really long time to find a match. And that's why people, they don't get too stingy with the connection. Sometimes they put it to any, like that's why I put it to 4 to 5 rather than just 5, because the waiting times for matches are so long, and the loading times are long too, right? So with those things together, it's just not smooth, I would say, right? So they're making the matchmaking speed faster as well. And because of this, it's going to make survival mode easier. Because hopefully we'll be getting matches like every match, which can save our ass. Which will help me recently because I was going on the grind, man, for those Alice colors. You guys wouldn't believe what I went through. So anyways, to summarize this, in a nutshell, faster matches, better connections, closer rankings, closer regions, coming out with the story mode patch at the end of June. This has been one of the most requested fixes to Street Fighter V ever since launch, and frankly it should have came out a long time ago, but it's coming out, right? So let's just hope it is what they say it is, and we actually see some huge improvements coming in around next week. Also, Capcom said in the same blog that they'll have updates on the release date of this big story mode patch. I sure hope they come with it soon, man, because we got one more week of June. So it'd be nice to get a release date. Really. Anyways, in more news, Event House has posted more interviews with Como Fiend during E3, and I'll just keep this very summarized, but basically, and you guys can check the articles yourselves. I'll post the link in the video description below. So one of the questions they asked is how finished are the DLC characters actually are in the story mode, because as you guys know, we'll be able to play as all 6 DLC characters in story mode. Como Fiend has replied, they have attacks and such, but in terms of their final move sets and how they work and all that, they're not complete yet. This is no surprise, because if they were complete, then we'd all be bitching why they aren't out in the first place, right? So I'm pretty sure they have their normals, they have some specials, hopefully they have the EX versions. But what I personally want to see from the DLC characters is their V-Trigger and V-Skills. I want to see what the hell they are. I want to definitely see what they're doing with Urian's V-Trigger and how they're, shaping it up, and giving us an idea of what we can expect coming near the end of summer. Also, Event Hubs also asked Como Fiend if there were any specific moves or characters he, as a Capcom rep, is looking at tweaking in terms of balancing the game and what we can expect when we have the huge balance update coming up after Capcom Cup. Como Fiend simply replied, no, not in particular, the game is really balanced. I sort of agree to this. The game is pretty balanced, but it's also designed really safe to make it balanced in the first place. There's not a way I can put it that doesn't sound like I'm hating on the game or anything, but the engine is just really safe. That's just the best way I can put it for you guys. That honestly, they made it in a way that it's not too hard to balance. But what I do think they should be balancing with the big update is game engine things, right? Like there's a lot of dumb option selects still in the game, and option selects are almost impossible to fully take out. But that jump back option select is really annoying because we see all those players are still using it, and of course the infamous 8-frame delay. Every video I'm gonna mention it at least once, guys. I just can't help myself. All right. I also hope that Capcom adds more tools to characters, personally, rather than just focusing on making characters stronger and other characters weaker. Like, I want to see more moves, like, more stuff. It's pretty, like, obvious to tell that they're going to add more V-triggers to the game in the future, but I would like those V-triggers to come with different V-skills and give us some choices, and honestly, add some movesets would be really, really nice. But I think this is, like, something to talk about in a separate video, so I'll just move on. Comofine also mentioned that looking into the online data, win ratios are about even across the board, and they also look at tourney results which seem varied, and that's another thing they use to see if the game is balanced or not. Honestly, looking at online data, I think it doesn't mean anything in terms of balance, but it's better than nothing, right? At least they're looking at different statistics and trying to keep up with what's going on with the game, so that's fine too. Lastly, guys, I've seen this question asked many times on my stream and in the comments in general. If you guys have the Season Pass for Street Fighter V, you will get all 6 DLC characters for free and their premium costumes for free as well. That's what you paid for. All the other characters' premium costumes will cost you money, even if you have the Season Pass. So Urian, Jerry, who are the other 6 DLC characters? Alex, Guile, you know, etc. The 6 characters, their premium costumes, only their premium costumes, will be free if you have a Season Pass. The rest of the characters, I know you guys, Boy Band, Ken, you guys gotta pay for that. Everyone has to pay for that. So just keep that in mind, and hopefully that answers your guys' question. So that's it for the news today, guys. I can't wait for the big update. This is gonna be a huge update. And yeah, I'll keep you guys tuned in when we finally get a release date. And yeah, take care, guys. Have a good weekend.